Hello everyone. In this video series, so far I have discussed everything about Mendelian genetics, which include monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, and trihybrid cross, which Mendel performed on garden pea plant or Pisum sativum plant. And on the basis of results of this cross, Mendel proposed three different type of laws, which include first law of inheritance or law of dominance, then second law of inheritance or law of segregation, and third law of inheritance, which is nothing but the law of independent assortment. In my last video, I also discussed about special type of a cross which Mendel developed to find out genotype of unknown F1 hybrid plant, and this cross is test cross, which is also called as back cross. Okay, now from this video I'm starting with next point, that is post Mendelian genetics. It is also called as neo-Mendelian genetics. After the rediscovery of Mendel's law in 20th century, many scientists performed different type of crosses on plant and animal, and they found some deviation or some exception in Mendel's ratio. That means some animals do not obey the Mendel's law of inheritance. All such deviations are studied in separate branch of genetics, which is nothing but the post-Mendelian genetics or neo-Mendelian genetics. Okay, some scientists found different type of gene interactions in the plant and animal that play role in this type of post and neo-Mendelian genetics. Mainly two gene interactions are important in this type of genetics. Okay, so first we will going to see gene interactions which play important role in post or neo-Mendelian genetics, which include number one, intragenic interactions and intergenic interactions. So these intragenic interactions are also called as interallelic interactions, while intergenic gene interactions are called as non-allelic interactions. These intragenic interactions occur between two alleles of same gene present on same chromosome. Okay, remember that intragenic is the type of interaction occur in the pair of allele of same gene, which is located at same locus or same position on a same chromosome, while intergenic or non-allelic gene interaction occur between the alleles of different genes located on either same chromosome or on different chromosome. Okay, so this is the basic difference which is present in between these two type of gene interactions. In case of intragenic gene interactions, the interaction occur between the alleles of same gene, and in case of intergenic gene interactions, interaction occur between the alleles of different genes present on same chromosome or on different chromosome. For example, this is the chromosome with a centromere, and now this chromosome have one gene located at this point. For example, this is the gene for height of a pea plant, which is capital T, dominant gene. Now on the same chromosome at identical locus, another gene is present, which is, for example, small t, which is the recessive form of the gene. And now these two genes sharing same locus on the same position, and these two genes are, or two alleles are the pair of alleles of a same gene, and the interaction that occur in between these two genes are considered as intragenic gene interactions. And now in case of intergenic gene interactions, maybe the alleles of different genes present on the same chromosome. For example, here is a gene X, and now the same chromosome have different locus or different position on which different gene is present, which is Y. Now the interaction which occur in between these two genes are called intergenic, because these two genes are alleles of different genes. Okay, that means these two alleles are the representing different type of genes. So the interaction that occur in these two alleles are considered as intragenic or non-allelic gene interactions. Now, in post or neo-Mendelian genetics, gene interactions are of two types, and there are various examples which representing this type of gene interactions. Intragenic gene interaction is represented by post-Mendelian genetics like incomplete dominance, codominance, and multiple alleles. Okay, so incomplete dominance, codominance, and multiple alleles or multiple genes are example of intragenic interactions, while intergenic gene interaction have example of pleiotropy, polygenic inheritance, and epistasis. So we have take three example of each. These three are the example of intragenic gene interactions, and these three are the example of intergenic gene interaction. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about incomplete dominance. Okay, the first type of gene interaction which come under the heading post-Mendelian genetics. Okay, so this incomplete type of gene interactions are found in different type of animal, and the examples are animal and plants, and the examples are 4 o'clock plant. This plant are also called as Mirabilis jalapa. The botanical name of 4 o'clock plant is Mirabilis jalapa. Then snapdragon also show incomplete dominance, while in animal Andalusian chicken show incomplete type of dominance. So in this video, we will going to talk in detail about the incomplete dominance and these three examples: 4 o'clock plant, which is Mirabilis jalapa, then snapdragon, and Andalusian chicken. Okay, so first is 4 o'clock plant. Okay, the gene interaction which is incomplete type, and 4 o'clock plant and snapdragon show similar pattern. Okay, in both this type of plant, two pure varieties are found, one with red flower and another with white flower. Okay, so red flower of the 4 o'clock plant or snapdragon have genotype capital R, while the white flower have genotype small r. Okay, suppose we cross this red and white variety, red will going to produce single type of gamete, that is capital R, and white will going to produce gamete small r. And during the artificial cross, they come together, and in F1 generation, we will going to get genotype capital R, small r. And according to Mendel, in F1 generation, all flowers should be red. But as this red and white plant show incomplete dominance. What is incomplete dominance? It is the type of a dominance in which none of the genes show complete dominance on other. That means R will not going to completely suppress the effect of small r. And because of that, both these genes express partially, and due to which in F1 generation, flower color become pink. So this is the major change which is found by the scientist when they cross red and white color 4 o'clock plant or snapdragon plant. In F1 generation, instead of red or instead of white, all plants show pink color flower. Okay, and this has happened because of incomplete dominance. And if we self cross this pink color F1 hybrid plant, in that case, for example, this plant produce two different type of gamete, capital R and small r, and if we take same plant with a pink color of flower and cross this pink plant with this pink plant, they will going to produce similar gamete, capital R, small r. And if we draw Punnett square, in that case, this capital R will going to give red color flower plant, then capital R, small r will going to give pink color, capital R, small r produce pink color flower, while small r going to produce white flower. So in F2 generation, this is the F2 generation. If we cross F1 generation of 4 o'clock or Snapdragon plant, we will going to get red, pink and white color plant. Okay. Now, if we calculate the ratio, phenotypic ratio, it will be 1 red as to 2 pink as to 1 white. Okay, so 1 is red, 2 pink and 1 white. This is the phenotypic ratio of F2 generation. And if we calculate genotypic ratio, it would be 1 capital R, 2 capital R, small r and 1 small r. So phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1 and genotypic ratio also going to remain 1:2:1. If we consider monohybrid cross of the Mendel, in that case phenotypic ratio of F2 generation was 3:1. Here it is 1:2:1. This is the number one difference. While the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1 in this case, while in case of Mendel's monohybrid cross it was 1:2:1. So both the ratio remains same due to incomplete dominance. Okay, so 4 o'clock and Snapdragon plant show this type of results. Now next example of incomplete dominance is Andalusian chickens. Okay, so Andalusian chicken show two different type of variety, one with black color and other with white color. Black color variety have genotype capital B, and white color variety have genotype small b. If we cross these two varieties, this black color will going to produce gamete capital B and this white color will going to produce gamete small b. They come together in F1 generation and the genotype become capital B, small b. Okay, and due to incomplete dominance, this capital B unable to completely suppress the effect of small b, both the gene expressed partially, due to which the color in F1 generation become blue. Okay, so chicken color become bluish in F1 generation. And if we self this F1 generation, in that case the organism will going to produce gamete capital B, small b. Similarly, on other side of the Punnett square, we will going to take same gamete capital B, small b of other parents. So now genotype become capital B, capital B, small b, then capital B, small b and small b. So this is the black color chicken, blue color, and finally white color, small b. And if we determine the genotype and phenotypic ratio, the phenotypic ratio will be 1 black, 2 blue and 1 white, that is 1:2:1, and genotypic ratio would be 1 capital B, 2 capital B, small b and 1 small b. That means we will going to get same type of genotypic and phenotypic ratio in Andalusian chicken also. So these are the three important examples of incomplete dominance which is found in post-Mendelian genetics. In this type of gene interactions, both the genes express partially, none of the gene completely suppress the effect of other gene, so that in F1 generation we will going to get completely different phenotype, or intermediate phenotype. Instead of red or white, we got pink, and instead of black and white, we got blue in F1 generation. Thank you.